Hello. I'm going to teach you how to play Scoundrel, a solo card game where your regular deck becomes a dungeon full of monsters. I'm really excited to bring this one to you. Thank you to the viewers who recommended this game. I love it. Can't stop playing it. First, I'll explain the rules, then we'll do a full playthrough. Let's break it down. How to play Scoundrel. Grab a standard 52 card deck. This is a plain deck. I'm keeping it simple for now, but after I break down the rules, I'll show you some themed decks that I think fit this game perfect. Now, remove the jokers, all red face cards, and both red aces. Put them aside. The remaining cards are your dungeon. Spades and clubs, monsters. Diamonds, weapons. Hearts, health potions. They're all scattered throughout the dungeon, so shuffle well. If the suits are bunched up, it'll mess you up. Once you're shuffled, place the deck face down on your left. You start the game with 20 points. We call them health points or hit points. I'm using a 20-sided die to track mine, but a pen and paper works just fine. By the way, look how cool this handmade set is. If you're interested, I'll show it off later. But right now, we're ready to begin our descent into the dungeon. The dungeon is a series of rooms, each made of 4 cards. Start by laying out 4 cards face up to form the first room. At the start of each room, you have a choice. You can face it, or you could avoid it. If you choose to face the room, you must interact with 3 of the 4 cards one at a time. We'll come back to how that works in a second. All you need to know now is that after you interact with 3 cards, you've completed the room. The remaining card is combined with 3 new cards to form the next room, and then you choose again, face or avoid. If you choose to avoid the room, just scoop up all 4 cards and place them at the bottom of the deck. You'll need to deal with it later. Then draw 4 new cards to form the next room. There's no limit to how many rooms you can skip, but here's the important rule. You can't avoid 2 rooms in a row. So if you skip a room, you better be ready to deal with whatever comes next. We're about to talk about how to interact with cards, but I have one last note on skipping rooms. Let's rewind. Whoop! The official rule says you must scoop up all 4 cards in one motion, and it's left at that. So my take? That means you shouldn't carefully undeal them in reverse or strategically arrange them. That being said, go ahead and be a scoundrel. With practice, you can control which card ends up on the top or bottom, depending on how deftly you scoop and which direction. And honestly, I think that's in the spirit of the game, and that tiny move can make or break your run.
Wait, what are you doing there? Stop that.
Let's talk about what happens when you interact with a card. You can choose 1 card at a time in any order you want. Spades and clubs are monsters. You'll need to fight them to win. Monsters have a strength equal to their card value, so a 6 does 6 damage. A queen hits for 12. Aces are the strongest. They deal 14. Pick one to fight it. You can fight it barehanded, or you have the option to use a weapon if you have one equipped. Let's choose this too. Not very powerful. I don't have a weapon yet, so barehanded means you take the full hit. Subtract their strength from your health, then discard it. It has been slain. Diamonds are weapons, and if you choose one, you have to equip it. Put it in front of you. Weapons deal damage equal to their value. When you fight a monster using your weapon, that number gets subtracted from the monster's strength. A 5 weapon against a 10 monster, you only take 5 damage. If your weapon is stronger, you take nothing. When you slay a monster with your weapon, place it on top of the weapon. From then on, that weapon can only be used on monsters weaker than the last one you defeated. Take out a 6, then it's stuck at 5 and under from now on. The damage never changes, just what it can hit. If you choose a new weapon, you must equip it. There's no choice. That means tossing the old one, even if it was better, along with any monsters it took down. Try to use the biggest weapons on the toughest monsters you can. I'll lose the 2 and I'll keep this 10 and see what's in the next room. Let's take out the king first, and then we can take out the jack. You don't have to use your equipped weapon if you don't want to. Sometimes it's better to fight barehanded, especially if it's a shiny new weapon and you don't want to degrade it. But it all depends. Finally, potions. Hearts are health potions, and they heal you. You add their value to your health points, but only up to your max of 20. You can only use one per room. If you're forced to pick up a second, it's wasted. So if you find more than one in a room, try to leave one behind as the last card. It'll slide into the next room, and then you can use it. And that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to power through real fast so we can talk about how the game ends. You fight your way through the dungeon, room by room. Mitigate what you can with your weapon, but don't be afraid to take hits. You've got a horde of monsters in front of you, and you will take damage. No way around it. That's what health potions are for. It's a balancing act, because if your health goes to 0, that's it. You're dead. The run ends. My guess is you've got about a 25% chance of survival, but this game isn't about living or dying. The fun is to see how far you can get. We'll talk about scoring in a second, but first, here's how you survive. Since rooms always have 4 cards, if you reach a point where you can't lay out a full room, just toss whatever's left. You don't need to clear the stragglers. You've made it through. Congratulations, you've survived Scoundrel. All right, so live or die, you still get a score. If you died, add up the value of all the monsters you didn't reach. Don't count the one that killed you. The rules say to discard it after it deals damage, so you took it down with you. The total value of the remaining monsters becomes your negative score. If you make it all the way through, your score is whatever health you have left. And if you finished with 20 and the last card sitting in the final room was a health potion, add its value as a bonus. Let me know if you ever pull that off. I never did. Yet. Okay, I gotta show you this. I got so into this game, I started hunting for themed decks. This one's my favorite. Fits perfect. I haven't even used it yet, so I'm about to go film a playthrough, but let me show you a few more I found. I think these all would work pretty good. Affiliate links are in the description if you want to check them out. Now, for scorekeeping, like I said, pen and paper works. I prefer dice. Any Gen Xers remember those old D&D dice you had to color with a crayon? We've come a long way, guys. These are the best looking dice I could find. I asked my friends at Ebonwood if they'd send me over a set so I could show them off. If you want something special, go check them out. I mean, look at this set. Perfect with a pirate deck. All right, I'm off to play with my new cards. Watch for that playthrough. And remember to subscribe, because maybe next time I'll bring you your new favorite game.